Evening, everybody. This is Coach Joe. I've been a trainer for almost 20 years. I did train a lot of people over years, and I wasn't making money out of it. I just enjoyed the art of it. And over time, I learned how to properly do nutrition, to apply it. You know, the Lord gave me something special over time in my life that showed me how to implement food with energy. And I think how here in the fitness space, a lot of us, we miss the understanding about food and energy and how it plays a major factor with it together. So I decided I was gonna come online, actually start a discussion about nutrition with most of the people. So some of my clients, because I was recently let go from a gym I was training at. And I found out they were taking a lot of my different things that I'm capable of doing. They were taking it and using it for themselves. And it was a humbling experience, but I will say this much. Through the process, I learned something. A lot of people, you get misunderstood about what cutting means. When we come down to eating food and we go through a cutting phase inside of eating food, we get most people who think that cutting is just less calories versus more calories. True, calories in, calories out is a big part of nutrition when it comes to body recomposition and things of that nature. But what I have learned when it comes down to cutting is a lot of times what you need to do is get a different cut of meat. Here, during my bulking phases, when I would do it with myself and my clients, I would recommend that they do go and eat ground beef, ground turkey, things of that nature, and chicken thighs. And when it came down to actually cutting, I would switch the type of meats they eat, the type of cuts. We'd come from that to chicken breast and possibly even steak versus ground beef. I try to get some of them to cut the fat out of it. You can cook with the fat in it to keep it for flavor and taste, but I actually get them to cut the fat out of it. And what I've come to find out is that the cut came out a lot better for them. They leaned out a lot better. A few of them, the ones that I actually gave the advice to. And they didn't end up overweight for this whole process when we were trying to aim for a certain body fat percentage. You really don't need the bioimpedance machines and the DEXA scans to tell you how much body fat you have. You simply can just use your 2 fingers. That's all it takes, 2 fingers. And you measure. Take a yardstick, take a measuring stick, take a ruler, doesn't matter. Stick it into the muscle, right beneath where you pinch the skin. Look to see where the highest point is at. You can start here, you can start on your back. You can even sometimes start on your arm, depending on the people that, if you're not leaned out enough here. And a lot of times, what I've come to find out is that most people, they get a more accurate reading than actually stepping onto a scale. It's a little better in that way because they're going by inches. And week over week, they were able to drop down as far as weight, all right? I mean, I have clients who've lost five pounds in about a month. Then I have clients who went up. They were lower in weight, they were lower in body fat percentage, and they pretty much went up. And all I had to do was tell them to eat and the proper structure and programming that was placed with it. There is no cookie cutter program. We get that a lot out here in this world where we believe that there's a cookie cutter program where you have a lot of people who go online and they decide to pick out a workout. And majority of the time when they pick out workouts that's online, what ends up happening is that they end up with joint issues, ligament issues, muscle imbalances. And some people actually don't progress. They stop progressing after they use the program for at least maybe 3 months. So be careful going out there purchasing programs online. You can find better ways to do this by actually signing up with a cultural trainer who can honestly assess your body and understanding the type of workouts that your body needs. So it's a case-by-case thing. If you continue to buy programs offline and you don't understand your body, the only time it works is if you've taken that program that you've gotten and you sat down with a cultural trainer and you found out, not every cultural trainer understands this, but you found out that particular, how can I say this? That particular body that you possess, it sort of needs a little more arm work or more chest work. You may be already well sculpted and defined and strong enough in your lower body. So now what we want to do is add those two things together, add them together. to learn. But I'll have more information on the process it takes to use your TDEE, which is total daily energy expenditure, versus your nutrition to properly scale your diet, your nutrition, and a recombinant your body, as well as weight loss. We don't focus on the numbers coming down. We focus on the numbers making sense to the body.